It's time for HBU Huskies baseball. This is HBU Huskies baseball on your home for Houston Baptist University Athletics, the Husky Sports Network. The Husky Sports Network is powered by the Legacy Sports Network. And HBU Baseball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Pepsi, IBEW Local 716, Firehouse Subs, Kolache Factory, HUB International, and DoubleTree Suites Hotels. Now it's just about time for the first pitch, so let's go out to the ballpark and get ready for HBU Huskies baseball.
And welcome into Husky Field. I am Russ Renaud, Director of Media Relations for the HBU Athletic Department. Welcome you in here to this doubleheader to start off this three-game series between your HBU Huskies and the LIU Brooklyn Blackbirds. Huskies coming in with a record of 5-3. All three losses have been in one-run games, while the Blackbirds come in with a record of 2-4. Starters on the mound here in the first game, a pair of right-handers, be Anthony Rupp for the Blackbirds against the Huskies ace Addison Russ. Here to start it off, 11 o'clock first pitch here in game one. We'll have the second game coming up about 30 minutes after the start of this one. Game was moved up because it looks like we're going to have some weather issues this weekend with a chance of rain tomorrow and again on Sunday. So we'll keep you posted on what the game time for tomorrow is going to be. It's a beautiful day here in Houston today, so we shouldn't have any problem getting these two games in. But we'll decide before the end of the day what time we'll get started tomorrow, and I will let you know as soon as I know. But thanks for joining us here on YouTube and on the Legacy Sports Network, and listening in on HBUHuskies.com. When we come back here on the HBU Baseball pregame show, we'll sit down and talk to head coach Jared Moon, get his thoughts on today's doubleheader, get you the starting lineups, maybe have time for a look at the Southland Conference standings, and then we'll get on to the first pitch. You're listening to HBU Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association, because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Back on the HBU Huskies baseball pregame show, Russ Renaud joined now by head coach Jared Moon. And Jared, you come in to this three-game series at LIU Brooklyn. 5-3 on the season. All three losses have been by one run, especially that last game in the last series against Rhode Island. And what do you work on to try to get back over that hump and come out on the better end of those games?
Well, the main thing I tell everybody, is the little things are what cost us the one-run ball games. We advance a guy on a wild pitch, or hit a guy, walk a guy, whatever it is, or we don't capitalize when we got a guy in scoring position. You know, the other day we had a guy at third, less than 2 outs, and he didn't score. And then late in the ball game, a walk scored, or, you know, even the situation in one of the one-run ball games, a run down, the guy advances the bag, we didn't get the out fast enough. So just little things like that, you know, to help prevent, you know, maybe that one, maybe 2 runs in an inning that ended up costing you late in the game. But, you know, I like the one-run ball games. It kind of shows you who you are. I mean, we're 3-3. I think we should maybe only, of all the 6 one-run ball games we've had so far, I think only one of them we should have lost. But, you know, I think the guys are starting to understand the little things in the one-run ball games will end up costing us, and, you know, focusing on that and just doing their job, you know, getting the job done in every aspect of the game. But, you know, hopefully today we can come out and, you know, Addison Russ have a good outing, and, you know, we can put a lot of runs up.
Yeah. And you got a doubleheader today to start off this series, and just kind of shuffle around your pitching rotation. And in these 3 games, what are you trying to get out of your starters?
Well, obviously you want them to go as long as they can and as little amount of pitches as they can. But, you know, we're trying to treat these next 2 weekends against Brooklyn and Kansas as conference weekends, if we can do that, you know, for a starting rotation. We're still, you know, looking at another guy being in there, and Inslee, whether he makes his rotation or not. So there's 4 guys that are still campaigning for 3 spots. But hopefully, you know, we can get some guys some cushions, and they can coast a little bit. But you know, it's tough. We don't know a lot about Brooklyn. I know they struggled against Old Dominion. Old Dominion was able to put up a lot of runs against them. I think Nichols beat them. But, you know, we can't take them lightly. I can tell the team every time, this is the best team we're going to play today, so we might as well take care of business.
All right. Well, good luck today, Coach.
Thank you.
It's Head Coach Jared Moon. You're listening to HBU Huskies pregame show. We'll be right back with the first pitch after this.
Are you looking for a totally free checking account? Houston Federal Credit Union has it, and it's packed with free services like mobile banking with person-to-person transfers and mobile bill pay. And Houston Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of HBU athletics. So stop by their office at 6808 Bentliff Drive and experience a better way of banking. Visit HoustonFCU.org for more information. Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
At the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, we're dedicated to the dedicated, who lace up before sunrise, who don't let a hard hit keep them down, who want the ball when the game's on the line. So team up with the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute at Texas Medical Center, Memorial City, or the Woodlands, where our affiliated surgeons, specialists, and physical therapists offer all athletes the elite care they need to forge ahead.
Russ Renault back on the HBU Huskies baseball pregame show. Time now to look at the Southland Conference standings. And nobody's played a conference game yet. That's still 2 weeks away. Central Arkansas, Lamar, and New Orleans are all 6-3. HBU is right there behind them at 5-3. McNeese and Sam Houston State are 5-4. Abilene Christian and Southeastern Louisiana are 4-4. UIW is 5-5. Nichols is 4-5. Northwestern State is 3-4. Stephen F. Austin's 4-6. Texas A&M Corpus Christi is 1-7. Full slate of games this afternoon. This is the first one. Later on today, Central Arkansas is at Missouri State. Northwestern State is at Kansas. UT Arlington is at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Those are all 3 o'clock games. Then at 6 o'clock, we got Brown at Nichols, Creighton at Abilene Christian, Stephen F. Austin at Washington State, Alcorn State at New Orleans, Prairie View A&M is at McNeese, and Southeastern Louisiana is at South Alabama. 6:30 starts. Bradley is at Sam Houston State. Omaha is at Incarnate Word. UT Arlington at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Then at 7 o'clock, Lamar is at UT Rio Grande Valley. Starting lineups for today's game here in the opener. Game 1 of this doubleheader for LIU Brooklyn. Head coach Dan Perillo come in with a record of 2-4. Leading off and playing second base is Charles Misiano. Batting second, playing center field is Joe Curcio. Batting third, the right fielder, Joe Mercadante. Batting cleanup, the DH, William Jackson. Batting fifth, the catcher, Harrison Preschel. Batting sixth at first base, Don Peyote. Then batting seventh and playing third base is Andrew Turner. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Luis Arias. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Anthony Capo. Starting pitcher for LIU today is Anthony Rupp. And for the Huskies, 5-3 record under head coach Jared Moon in his 12th season at his alma mater. Leading off and playing left field is Spencer Halloran. Batting second and playing right field is Brandon Brents. Batting third, the third baseman back in the lineup, Austin Zellweger. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, Joe Van Marter. Batting fifth at first base is Jake Pulshon. Batting sixth at catcher is Blake Thomas. Batting seventh at DH is Kerry Jones. Batting eighth at second base, Jack Fitzgerald. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Tyler DePreta Johnson. On the mound today for the Huskies, senior Addison Russ. Take a break, pause for the invocation and the national anthem, and be back for the first pitch right after this.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles, joy of fun, joy of Pepsi on your tongue. Greatest taste sensation under the sun.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
And welcome to Husky Field for the opening game of this doubleheader between HBU and LIU Brooklyn. On the mound today in game one for the Huskies, senior right-hander Addison Russ. Addison 6'1", 180 from Amarillo, Texas, Randall High School, Lakeland College in Illinois, spent 2 seasons there. Addison has made 2 starts this year. No record, 1.29 ERA. He's given up 2 runs, 1 of them earned, on 6 hits with 5 strikeouts and 2 walks in 7 innings. Opponents are hitting .231 against Addison. The lineup for LIU Brooklyn, Charles Missiano, the second baseman, Joe Curcio in center field, Joe Mercadante in right. In the middle third is William Jackson, Harrison Preschel, Don Peyote. Then the bottom third, Andrew Turner, Luis Arias, and Anthony Capo. Russ going through his warm-up tosses. Again, it's a beautiful day here in Houston, Texas, and at Husky Field. We've got 2. We'll be here all day. You can get out here and get down here, take a little lunch break, and get out to the ballpark for this opener. 64 degrees. A mostly sunny sky. Wind is blowing pretty hard towards the left field foul pole at about 17 miles per hour. That's the east-northeast. So it's blowing across the field from right to left and blowing out down the left field line. So it's Charles Missiano to lead it off against Addison Russ. First pitch on the way. Just misses outside for ball one. That pitch is down low, and it's 2-0. Dimensions here at Husky Field, 330 down the lines. 380 in the gaps, 400 on either side of the batting eye in center field. It's about 405 to straightaway center. And that pitch on the inside corner at the knees for a strike. Home plate umpire is Andrew Chestnut. At first base is Rick Guzman, and at third base is Caleb Underwood. Russ with a 2-1 pitch. And that is a chopper to second. Jack Fitzgerald is there. Picks it up and throws over to first for the out.
Center fielder, number
Rest of the defense for Addison Russ, his battery mate, senior catcher Blake Thomas. And over at first base is Jake Pulshawn. Jack Fitzgerald at second, Tyler DePretta Johnson at short, Austin Zellweger at third. In left field is Spencer Halloran. In center field is Joe Van Marter. In right field is Brandon Brents. First pitch on the way to Joe Curcio is a strike. Curcio comes in hitting .462, a double, 2 triples, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Split finger down and in to even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Chopper back to the mound. Russ has it. Picks it up, and they throw over to first for out number 2.
right fielder, number 29.
I'll bring up Joe Mercadante. Hitting .393. Pair of doubles, a triple. Leads the Blackbirds with 6 driven in and has scored 3 times. Mercadante, a sophomore from Feeding Hills, Massachusetts. First pitch in for a strike. That pitch on the inside corner, the split finger for strike 2. So Russ ahead in the count 0-2. Pitch on the way. Split finger for strike 3 looking. A 1-2-3 inning for Addison Russ. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score between HBU and LIU Brooklyn. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Don't mess with Texas. I ain't gonna say it again. No way, not the highway. Better put that trash in a can. Don't mess with Texas. Don't you throw that trash on the road. Don't you disrespect us. Don't mess with Texas. Howdy, everybody. Kevin Fowler here, reminding you to put that trash in a can. Don't mess with Texas, y'all.
Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
But what about you? When you text that really cute guy you met at a party on Friday, and he immediately texts you back, you celebrate with an ice-cold Pepsi. Sounds good, doesn't it?
But why stop there? The refreshing taste of Pepsi is the perfect way to celebrate anything. Like when you and your roommate order a pizza and the delivery guy throws in extra breadsticks, no charge. That's worth a Pepsi celebration. Break out the Pepsi.
Bottom of the first inning here at Husky Field. Addison Russ retired Blackbirds 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. Now it'll be right-hander Anthony Rupp on the mound for LIU. 6'1", 165, a sophomore from Staten Island, New York. Does Susan E. Wagner High School. On the season, Rupp has made 2 starts. He's 0-2, 12.38 ERA. He's given up 13 runs, 11 of them earned on 13 hits, no strikeouts, 6 walks in 8 innings pitched. And for Rupp, his defense looks like this. Harrison Preschel behind the plate. Don Peyote at first base. Charles Misiano at second. Luis Arias at short. Andrew Turner at third. In the outfield, Anthony Capo in left. Joe Curcio in center. And Joe Mercadante in right field. Lineup for the Huskies. Spencer Halloran, Brandon Brents, Austin Zellweger to lead it off. Middle third is Joe Van Marder, Jake Pulshan, and Blake Thomas. Then the bottom third, Kerry Jones, Jack Fitzgerald, and Tyler DePretta Johnson. The throw down to second, just about to get ready here in the bottom of the first inning, with Spencer Halloran leading it off for HBU. Halloran Jr. from Sheffield, Iowa. Went to West Fork High School, North Iowa Area Community College. Comes in hitting .400 with 2 doubles, 2 triples, a home run. Leads the Huskies with 10 RBIs and 9 runs scored. First pitch on the way from Rupp. Fastball down for ball 1. Ball 2 misses low. That pitch skips past the catcher, Preschel. Back to the screen, and it's 3-0 to Halloran. There's a strike. 3-1 now to the Huskies' leadoff hitter. The drive into right center field, drifting away from Curcio. That's going to be extra bases for Halloran, chugging around second and heading for third, and he is going to be in there with a leadoff triple. Spencer Halloran drilled that pitch into right center field and into the gap.
Right fielder number 2, Brandon Britt.
And that is his 3rd triple here of the season. 6th extra base hit overall, leading the Huskies in that category. A pair of doubles, now 3 triples, and a home run. That brings up Brandon Brents. Brandon, the senior from Murrieta, California. Left-handed batter, takes ball 1 outside. Only left-handed bat in the Huskies lineup today. Rupp into the stretch. Now the pitch on the way to Brents. Just misses low and away for ball 2. Two 2-0 the count on Brents. Runner at third, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. The swing and a fly ball to center. And coming in is Curcio, and he will make the catch. Runner tags. The throw home is in time to nail Halloran. Wasn't a very deep fly ball. I think head coach Jared Moon, the third base coach, wanted to test the arms of the Blackbirds early. And Curcio comes up firing for the double play, so now 2 outs, nobody on for Austin Zellweger. There's a drive to right to Mercadante. That's going to fall in front of him, and Zellweger's on with a 2-out single. Austin come in hitting .300. on the season.
Center fielder number
Now it's Joe Van Martyr,
49, Joe Van Martyr.
senior from Anaheim. Hitting .231 on this season with a double, 2 home runs, 5 driven in, and 5 runs scored. Zellweger at first. Missed the last 2 games. A little bit of a quad issue. Elijah Simone had started those 2 games as a true freshman from Angleton. But now Zellweger back into the lineup for HBU. 0-1 count on Van Martyr. Pitch on the way from Rupp. Swung on and lifted high into center field. Curcio is there, shielding his eyes, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out. So the Huskies get a pair of hits, but come up empty. We head to the 2nd inning, no score. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Go to the 2nd inning here at Husky Field. No score between HBU and LIU Brooklyn. Huskies got a pair of hits. Got a leadoff triple from Spencer Halloran, but he was retired on the play as Brandon Brents flied out to shallow center field. Joe Curcio with a good throw home to nail Halloran at the plate. B. William Jackson to lead it off for LIU, followed by Harrison Preschel and Dom Peyote. Jackson hitting .300 on the season with a double and 3 runs scored. Fastball down and in for ball 1. Jackson, a left-handed batter. Sophomore designated hitter. Swings and misses for strike 1. Jackson, 6'2", 205 from Hamden, Connecticut. Swings and flies this one to right field. Brandon Brents drifting over, making the catch for the 1st out. Brings up the catcher, Harrison Preschel. Hitting .304. A double, a triple, 4 RBIs and 5 runs scored. So he's the team leader in RBIs for the Blackbirds. Preschel, 5'9", 205, senior from Teaneck, New Jersey. Takes that fastball just low and outside for ball 1. Russ with the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right. Brents is there. Will make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up the first baseman, Dom Peyote. Junior hitting 333 with a double and RBI and has scored twice. Peyote, 6'1", 205 from Rochelle Park, New Jersey. There's a strike from Russ for strike 1. It's a chopper towards third. Zellweger has it, up with it, and the throw over to first is in time for the third out. Head to the bottom of the second inning. LIU nothing, HBU nothing. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sophia Vergara. Yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi.
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
Russ Renault back here at Husky Field. No score between HBU and LIU. Leading it off for the Huskies here in the second inning will be Jake Pulshon, followed by Blake Thomas and Kerry Jones.
For the Huskies, the first baseman, number 40, Jake Pulshon.
Jake Jr. playing first base here in the first game. Likely to see him behind the plate in game 2. 6'4", 225, junior from Menifee, California. CMI Tech High School and Mount San Jacinto Junior College. First pitch on the way to Pulshon, down and in for a ball. Jake, the Huskies' leading hitter at 409. He has a double, has driven in 6 and scored 5 times. 1-0 pitch from Anthony Rupp. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Rupp stares in. Now the 1-1 pitch to Pulshon. Down low for ball 2. Huskies in their home whites today. Single blue stripe down the side of the pants. Huskies in block letters in blue across the chest. Their home cap, blue with the orange bill, orange interlocking HBU on it. 2-1 pitch. Slider in for a strike, and it's 2-2 to Pulshon. Two-two pitch on the way. Jake with a fly ball to center. Curcio is there, and he will make the catch for the first out. LIU, their road gray pants.
Catcher number 35.
Got the black tops with the V-neck, no buttons on the front. LIU Brooklyn in gray across the chest, and all black caps with the interlocking LIU on them. Now the batter's Blake Thomas, senior catcher from Austin. Went to Westwood High School. Takes a pitch down and in for ball 1. Blake comes in hitting .318, a double, 4 RBIs and 2 runs. The 1-0 pitch, also down and in. A chopper foul towards the Huskies dugout on the third base side. Two one from Rupp. Thomas with a big hat comes up empty, and it's 2-2. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the second inning here at Husky Field. Pitch is down low. The count goes full to Thomas. Rupp into the windup, payoff pitch on the way. Down and in for ball 4. Thomas draws the 1-out walk.
Designated hitter number 38, Kerry Jones.
Now Kerry Jones to the plate. 1 out and a runner on. Jones, a junior, DH today. First baseman by trade from Cypress, Texas, and Cy Ranch High School. Seeing 263, 2 doubles, a home run, 2 RBIs, and 5 runs scored. The throw over, and Thomas is back in. Jones homered in his last at bat. Came in the 9th inning in that series finale against Rhode Island. Brought the Huskies back within a run at 6-5. Huskies put the tying run aboard, but couldn't get it home in that 1-run loss. There's a pitch down low, blocked by the catcher, and into center field. The throw by Preschel goes wide, but Jones advancing to second on the wild pitch. It's 1-0 to Jones. Excuse me, Thomas advancing to second on the wild pitch. 1-0 the count on Carey. So Rupp from the stretch, checks the runner at second, pitch on the way. That one blocked by Preschel. Goes up the third baseline, but Thomas can't advance on that one. It's 2-0 now to Kerry Jones. So Rupp looks in now, steps off, wants to run through the signs again with Preschel. That pitch is down low for ball 3. Down low, ball 4 to Jones. 4-pitch walk. Runners now at first and second with 1 out for Jack Fitzgerald.
Second baseman number 10, Jack Fitzgerald.
Jack, junior second baseman from Mason City, Iowa. The Newman Catholic High School. So Thomas and Jones have drawn back-to-back walks. Here with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch from Rupp, swung on and drilled down the left field line, but foul. An 0-1 count on Jack Fitzgerald. Jack comes in hitting 185. 1 double, 2 driven in, and 1 run scored. Rupp comes set, checks Thomas at second. Now the 0-1, ground ball back up the middle, gloved by the shortstop Arias. The throw over to first is in time for the double play. Arias to Masano to Peyote. And that will do it for the Huskies here in the second inning. And we head to the third. HBU nothing, LIU nothing. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before.
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Huskies have had runners on base in the first 2 innings, but LIU has turned a pair of double plays. We have no scores. We head to the 3rd. Addison Russ on the mound for HBU. First pitch is down low for a ball. Be Andrew Turner to lead it off for the Blackbirds. 087 on the season, 2 for 23, but swings at that pitch and drills it deep to center. Van Marner going back, and that's going to get down to the wall. And Turner is going to hold up at second with a stand-up double. First extra base hit of the season for Andrew Turner. Drilled that pitch from Addison Russ deep to left center. Luis Arias, the batter. Sophomore shortstop, hitting .222, has a double and 4 runs. First pitch on the way. Showed bunt, but took strike 1 on the outside corner. Full name, Luis Arias de los Santos. Sophomore from New York, Salesian High School. Turner the runner at second with a leadoff double. Arias squares to bunt and takes strike 2 on the split finger. Now we'll see if he's called on to bunt again. Down the count 0-2. Nobody out, runner at second. It hits a chopper to third. Zellweger has it, checks the runner, throws across. Now the throw back to third. Pulshon will hold on to it as Turner goes ahead and takes third. Zellweger didn't look him back all the way.
The left fielder,
Turner
13,
got a good break and made it over to third anyway. Well, it was kind of a high chop, so Zellweger had to make sure to get the out at first. Now the infield comes in for the Huskies. Anthony Capo at the plate. Everybody in on the grass. And a strike to Capo. Senior left fielder hitting .182 with an RBI and 4 runs scored. And takes strike 2 from Russ. Down the count now 0-2. 1 out and a runner at third. Andrew Turner with a leadoff double. Went to second on the ground out by Arias. The 0-2 pitch. Down low and blocked by the catcher, Blake Thomas. Russ into the stretch, and now the 1-2. Split finger gets away from him. Up and in and hits Capo. Back to the top of the order, and Charles Missiano.
Second baseman, number 9, Charles Missiano.
Missiano grounded out to second his first time up. Comes up here with runners at first and third, and one out in the top of the third inning. So now Russ looks in. Capo at first, Turner at third. Pitch on the way. There's a bunt towards second base, and the shovel over to first is in time, but the run comes home on the squeeze bunt by Missiano. Capo up to second. Turner scores.
Number 30, Joe Curcio.
RBI for Missiano, his fifth now of the season. Brings up Joe Curcio. Swing and a miss. Curcio grounded back to Russ in the first inning. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Capo the runner at second. The spin towards second, bluff on the throw by Russ. As Capo gets back in. Addison comes set, checks the runner at second, and the 0-1 pitch down and in to even the count. Russ pauses at the chest, and now the 1-1. Down low, scooped out by Thomas, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch, fly ball to center. Van Marter going back. Joe is there and makes the catch for the third out, but LIU manufactures a run here in the third. Now lead at 1-0. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
You just hit the flavor motherload. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses. Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices. Just look at our club on a sub. And by look, he means try. Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon. Firehouse subs. Starting at only $5.49. One bite, one taste, you're hooked. I'm Robin.
Is it time to buy your first or next car? Let Houston Federal Credit Union help. Their super low rates and easy payment terms can save you a lot of money. Plus, their fast approval will put you behind the wheel of your dream car in no time. Stop by their office near campus at 6808 Bentliff Drive or visit them online at houstonfcu.org and let them help you get the very best deal on your new or pre-owned car or truck. Experience a better way of banking at Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCAA.
Russ Renault back at Husky Field, bottom of the third inning. LIU with a 1-0 lead over HBU. 9-1 and 2 due up for the Huskies with Tyler DePretta Johnson to lead it off, followed by Spencer Halloran and Brandon Brents. Anthony Rupp has given up a couple of hits and a couple of walks, but no runs for the Blackbirds. And that pitch is outside for ball one. DePretta Johnson, junior shortstop from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Trabuco Hills, California. Golden West College. 1-0 pitch. Down low for ball two. Tyler coming in, hitting .321. 3 RBIs and 3 runs. .2-0 from Rupp. Swung on and fouled back. Rupp into the windup and the 2-1. A slider catches the outside corner for strike two. Two-two pitch. Drive into right field, and that is down for a base hit for Tyler DePretta Johnson. Leadoff single for the Huskies, their third hit of the game. Back to the top of the order, and Spencer Halloran. Spencer led off the bottom of the first inning with a triple to right center, but was retired on the fly ball to shallow center field by Brandon Brents. Spencer thrown out at the plate. Comes up here with a runner on at first and nobody out. That pitch skips in front of the plate, and that'll move DePretta Johnson up to second on the wild pitch. So 1-0 the count on Halloran. Rupp with the pitch. Down and in for a ball, and it's 2-0 to Halloran. Rupp comes set. And now the 2-0. On the inside corner for a strike. Halloran up to .419 on the season now after that first inning triple. He's taken over the team leading batting average from Jake Pulshan. Two-one from Rupp. And that slider hits the outside corner. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch, ground ball towards the hole. Arias with the sliding backhanded stop. The throw over to first is not in time. This is going to be an infield single for Halloran. So now runners on the corners and nobody out for Brandon Brents.
Right fielder number 2, Brandon Brents.
The throw was high from Arias and over the head of the first baseman, Peyote. Blackbirds backing up the play, and nobody was able to move up. So it's just an infield single. Fourth hit of the game for HBU. Runners on the corners and nobody out. The Blackbirds with a 1-0 lead. First pitch on the way to Brents. Squared to bunt. The pitch was outside for ball one. Brandon came up in the first inning with Halloran at third. Hit a Shallow fly ball to center to Curcio. He made the catch and then threw out Halloran at the plate trying to score. 1-0 pitch. Brents takes it for a strike. DePretta Johnson at third, Halloran at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Throw over to first, and Halloran's back in. So 1-1 count on Brents. Rupp with the pitch and a drive down the third baseline, slicing foul. So Brent's down the count now 1-2. Brents digs back in. Rupp checks the runner at first. Now comes Set. The step towards third. And the fake back towards first. Pitch on the way to Brents is outside to even the count at 2-2. Runner is away from first, and DePretta Johnson's coming home, and he is thrown out at the plate. Huskies have another runner thrown out at home plate, second one of the game. This one, Halloran broke early from first. Pitcher Rupp came off the mound, then turned around and back home to get the runner. So Halloran moves up to second as DePretta Johnson thrown out at home. As a chopper back to the mound, Rupp looks back the runner, throws to first for the second out.
The third baseman, number 15, Austin Zellweger.
So Austin Zellweger, the batter. 2 outs and a runner at second. Huskies have put 2 runners on in every inning so far and unable to score. No runs, 4 hits, while the Blackbirds made the most of their 1 hit, a leadoff double by Andrew Turner. 1 run on 1 hit. Slider on the inside corner for a strike. A 1 pitch, down the dirt and blocked. Zellweger now hitting .333 after his single to right in the first inning. Austin from Humble, Atascocita High School, Wharton County Junior College. The 1-1 from Rupp. Ground ball to third. Third baseman Turner backs up on it, and a throw over to first is in time for the third out. We head to the top of the 4th inning. LIU 1, HBU nothing. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Stop by their office near the
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Top of the fourth inning here at Husky Field. LIU with a 1-0 lead over HBU. Blackbirds with 1 run on 1 hit. Huskies, no runs, 4 hits, and have drawn 2 walks. Talked to head coach Jared Moon on the pregame show about doing the little things in these 1-run ball games to scratch out a run and make a difference. The Blackbirds have done it here early, while the Huskies have not. Huskies had 2 runners thrown out at the plate. 1 in the first inning and 1 in the third. Both of those came on the first out of the inning, too. It's going to be Joe Mercadante to lead it off. A chopper to short. DePretta Johnson up with it. The throw is high. Pulshon, a tall guy, though, reaches up and makes the catch for the out. Huskies got a leadoff triple from Spencer Halloran in the first inning. He was thrown out on a shallow fly ball by Brandon Brentz. Then last inning had runners at first and third and nobody out. Tried the double steal, and Tyler DePretta Johnson was thrown out at home. First pitch is down low to William Jackson. Jackson flied out to right to lead off the second inning. 1-0 pitch from Russ. Fly ball into shallow center. Van Marter coming in and will make the catch for the second out. So 2 quick outs for Addison Russ. Now to bring up Harrison Preschel. Preschel flying out to right his first time up. Takes ball 1 outside. On the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike to even the count. One on the way. Called strike 2. Now Addison into the windup and the 1-2 on the way. Split finger, a check swing by Preschel. Goes off his bat. He stays alive with a 1-2 count. One-two pitch. Split finger swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Russ. And that will do it here in the fourth inning for LIU. We head to the bottom half. Blackbirds 1, Huskies nothing. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Incredibly powerful.
This is the HBU Huskies Sports Network, powered by Legacy Sports.
Russ Renault back in Houston. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. LIU with a 1-0 lead over HBU. Be Joe Van Martyr to lead it off for the Huskies, followed by Jake Pulshan and Blake Thomas. So 4, 5, and 6 up for HBU. Anthony Rupp on the mound for LIU, going through his final warm-up tosses here in the 4th. There's a throw down. Now Van Martyr coming up to the plate.
The center fielder, number 29.
Joe flied out to center his first time up. Joe, the team leader in home runs with 2, has driven in 5, and has scored 5 times. First pitch on the way from Rupp. Swung on and lifted to right field. And Mercadante charging in to right center to make the catch. So that brings up Jake Pulshan. Jake flied out to center to lead off the 2nd inning.
First baseman, number 40.
He's up here with nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Huskies trailing by a run. Pitch on the way from Rupp. There's a slider in there for a strike. Pulshan hitting .391 for the year now. Swings at that one, fly ball on the left side, out of play. 50th pitch of the game for Rupp. He's thrown 28 for strikes. He's ahead in the count here, 0-2. Pitch on the way. Pulshan takes strike 3 on the outside corner. That's the first strikeout of the game for Rupp.
Catcher, number 35.
Brings up Blake Thomas. Walked his first time up. Thomas the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Fastball misses down low. Rupp's pitch on the way. Missing down low again for ball 2. Two and 0 the count on Thomas. Now the pitch on the way from Rupp. That one misses outside. Rupp into the windup. That pitch outside for ball 4 as Thomas draws his second walk of the game. And that brings up Kerry Jones, who also walked his first time up.
Designated hitter number 38, Kerry Jones.
So Jones digs in. 2 outs and a runner on. LIU with a 1-0 lead over HBU. Bottom of the 4th inning here at Husky Field. First pitch, smacked on a line too short, right at Arias for the 3rd out. We head to the 5th. LIU 1, HBU nothing. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sophia Vergara. Hi, yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi.
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
Top of the 5th inning at Husky Field. LIU with a 1-0 lead over HBU. Addison Russ going through his final warm-up tosses here in the 5th. Be leading off for LIU. Be the first baseman, Dom Peyote. Peyote grounded out to 3rd his first time up. That ended the 2nd inning. Swings at the first pitch. Lifts a fly ball to center field. Van Marter going over and will make the catch for the 1st out. Joe had some trouble with his son. Fought it off and made the catch. A couple of clouds in the sky here today, but not many.
The third baseman, number 21.
Now that'll bring up Andrew Turner. Led off the 3rd inning with a double and came around to score. Sacrifice bunt by Misiano drove in the run, the only run of the game so far. That pitch just misses outside, and it's 1-0. That was Turner's first extra base hit of the season. Now scored 3 runs. Takes that one high and outside, and it's 2-0. Turner's double, the only hit of the game so far for the Blackbirds. 2-0 pitch from Russ. Strike on the inside corner at the knees with a fastball. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Russ. Misses down low for ball 3. (3-1) on the way. Turner fouls it off, and the count goes full. Payoff pitch on the way to Turner. Fly ball to right field. Brent's moving over and makes the catch for the 2nd out. That brings Luis Arias to the plate. Arias grounded out to 3rd his first time up. That moved Andrew Turner from 2nd to 3rd, allowing him to score on the bunt. By Misiano. Takes ball 1 from Russ. Swinging a fly ball to center. Van Marter's there. And another 1-2-3 inning for Addison Russ. We head to the bottom of the fifth. LIU 1, HBU nothing. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to houstonfcu.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCAA.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
Russ Renault welcoming you back to Husky Field. Go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Huskies trailing Blackbirds 1-0. Be Jack Fitzgerald to lead it off for HBU, followed by Tyler DePretta Johnson. Then back to the top of the order and Spencer Halloran. Anthony Rupp working into the fifth inning here for LIU.
Leading off for the Huskies, the second baseman, number 10, Jack Fitzgerald.
So Fitzgerald grounded into a double play to end the second inning. So he's 0 for 1. First pitch on the way from Rupp. A ground ball back up the middle and a base hit for Fitzgerald to lead it off here in the fifth. So Jack is on with the leadoff single. And Tyler DePretta Johnson up. Tyler singled his first time up. He led off the third inning. He was at third with Spencer Halloran at first and nobody out. Was thrown out at the plate on a double steal. Third baseman creeps in, but DePretta Johnson lifts the first pitch deep and out of play on the left side. So 0-1 the count on DePretta Johnson. His average up to .345 now after that third inning single. Huskies now with 5 hits on the day and nothing to show for it. So throw over to first and Fitzgerald's back in. Jack no stolen base attempts this season so far. 0-1 the count on DePretta Johnson. Another throw over. Fitzgerald leads away from first. Now the 0-1 on the way. Down in the dirt and blocked. Fitzgerald will get back into first. Preschel having trouble picking that ball up. And then fired it down to first. Counts now 1-1 on DePretta Johnson. Runner goes, 1-1 on the way, chopped through the right side. Missiano running over and will get there. The hit and run, Missiano had gone over to cover the second base bag. DePretta Johnson chopped it that way, and Missiano able to recover and get over to make the play. So now Fitzgerald moves up to second on the hit and run. Back to the top of the order in Spencer Halloran. Halloran 2 for 2. Triple in the first inning. Single in the third. Now hitting .438 on the year. Had the leadoff triple in the first. And Brandon Brents flied out to shallow center field. Halloran was thrown out trying to score. First pitch to Halloran misses down low for a ball. Rupp with the pitch. Slider in for a strike to even the count. Again, this is the first of 2 games here today at Husky Field. Doubleheader to open this series. Tomorrow's game scheduled to begin at 1 o'clock. We'll check the forecast and see if that start time holds up. Might be moved up. We'll let you know by the end of the day. 1-1 the count on Halloran. Fitzgerald at second. Now the pitch. And that gets away from the catcher, Preschel. Another wild pitch on Rupp. And that moves Fitzgerald over to third. Third wild pitch of the day by Anthony Rupp. So 2-1 the count on Halloran. Umpire showed 2-2. The count's 2-1 though on Halloran. Drills that one foul. Now it's 2-2. So 2-2 the count on Halloran. 1 out. Fitzgerald at third. Huskies trailing 1-0, bottom of the 5th inning. Here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Rupp looks in. Now he comes set. And the pitch on the way. Halloran with a drive into right center field. That'll tie the game up, and Spencer's 3 for 3. So now the Huskies finally break through on their 6th hit of the game, and it's 1-1. That brings up Brandon Brents. 1 out and a runner on at first. Brandon's 0 for 2. Flied out to center, which turned into a double play in the first inning, and grounded back to the pitcher in the third. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, and that is going to be caught by Capo in foul territory. There is now 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Third baseman, number 15, Austin Zellweger.
Looked like that one might have had a chance to get down for a minute, but wind blowing that direction kind of held it up. Capo to run over there and get it. So the batter would be Austin Zellweger. 2 outs and a runner on at first. Halloran with his 3rd hit of the day. Zellweger's 1 for 2, singled in the first inning. Grounded out to third to end the third. Runner goes. Pitch on the way, and the throw down to second is not in time, and a stolen base for Spencer Halloran. Called strike on Zellweger. Second stolen base of the season for Spencer Halloran. So Halloran now in scoring position with 2 outs. 0-1 count on Austin. Pitch on the way, down and in for a ball. Halloran now with 11 RBIs. A chopper wide of the third base bag. That moves Halloran into a tie for 5th in the Southland Conference. Nate Fisbeck leading the league with 14. Rigo Aguilar from Fisbeck from McNeese, Aguilar from Central Arkansas, Owen McGee from UNO, and Luis Trevino from Abilene Christian, each with 12. 1-2 the count on Zellweger. Rupp with the pitch, and a drive into center field. Halloran is being waved around third. The throw comes in to second. Don't know what Curcio was where he's actually trying to go on that play, but the Huskies take the lead on the single by Austin Zellweger. I think Curcio got caught, knew he wasn't going to get Halloran at the plate. Thought about it for a second, then I think he tried to throw it into second base to hold Zellweger at first and just kind of spiked it into second base. We're going to have a visit out to the mound by the Blackbirds pitching coach to talk to Rupp. He's at 70 pitches, has given up a pair of runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning as HBU's taken a 2-1 lead. Can't see any action in the LIU bullpen right now. So head coach Jared Moon, the third base coach for the Huskies, talking to his hitter Jovan Martyr. Austin Zellweger, the base runner, listening in, as is first base coach Brent Schmidt. The other coaches for the Huskies: Xavier Hernandez, the pitching coach, Russell Stockton, the bench coach. So Van Martyr at the plate. He's 0 for 2, flied out both times. Ended the first inning, led off the 4th. He's up here, 2 outs, and Zellweger at first. And that pitch, low and away. Backhand stop by the catcher, Preschel. Spencer Halloran scored his 10th run. That leads the Huskies as well. And that has moved him into the top 10 in the league as well. So the swing and a pop-up on the infield. Turner, the third baseman, in foul territory. And he makes the catch. Has to hold on to it for the third out. But the Huskies take the lead here in the 5th. We head to the 6th. HBU 2, LIU 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Recording artist Kevin Fowler.
Well, I love the sound of fast boats racing, rooster tails are flying high. Love to hear all my riding friends rocking, howling at the full moonlight. Love to see those fireflies buzzing, lighting up the southern sky. Yeah, I'm a hell-bent 100% Texan till I die. Like lots of 100% Texans, I love having a good time on the water. But remember, nobody's waterproof. Play it safe. Wear a life life jacket and designated driver for the boat and for a safe ride home. Follow these tips and there'll be a lot more days for you to play in this great state of Texas. Nobody's waterproof, yeah, that's a helmet truth, and you know it ain't no lie.
Sponsored by Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Russ Renault back at Husky Field, where HBU has just taken a 2-1 lead over LIU. LIU scored a single run in the third inning. The Huskies scoring 2 in the fifth. Addison Russ on the mound for HBU, and he will face Anthony Capo, the number 9 hitter for the Blackbirds, to lead it off here in the sixth. Be followed by Charles Missiano and Joe Curcio. Capo hit by a pitch his first time up. Fastball blown away by Russ for ball 1. One-oh pitch on the way. Chopper to third. Zellweger has it. And the throw over to first for the first out. Addison working for the first time this season without a pitch count. Went 5 innings in his first start against the University of Houston back on February 21st. No decision in that game. Gave up 1 unearned run. Huskies went on to upset 25th ranked Cougars 3-2. Here's Missiano. Takes strike 1 from Russ. Missiano 0 for 1. Ground out to second in the first inning. Then a squeeze bunt in the third drove in the Blackbirds' lone run. Takes strike 2 here from Russ. Addison up to 52 pitches here in the sixth, so he's in good shape right now, knock on wood. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle and a base hit, the second of the game for LIU. Single up the middle on an 0-2 pitch by Missiano. That brings up Joe Curcio. Curcio 0 for 2. Grounded back to Russ in the first inning. Flied out to center to end the third. Comes up here with a runner on at first and 1 out. Top of the sixth inning. It's a split finger for a strike. Curcio came into the game hitting .462, now at an even .400. The throw over to first. Missiano has not attempted a stolen base yet this season. It's a swing and a miss. An 0-2 count on Curcio. Russ comes set. The throw over to first. The 0-2 pitch misses up high for ball 1. A busy weekend, somewhat, on campus here at HBU. Final regular season basketball games tomorrow. Runner goes. It's a chopper wide of the first base bag as Curcio stays alive. Men's and women's basketball both at home at Sharp Gym tomorrow. The women at 3:30 against Abilene Christian. On senior day for Haiti Bird and Lisa Staradichka. Senior night for the men Also against Abilene Christian, 7 o'clock the tip. Men with a lot on the line tomorrow night against the Wildcats. Another 1-2 and a chopper to third. Zellweger goes to second for one. The throw to first is not in time as Curcio reaches on the fielder's choice, and the Huskies retire Missiano at second. And then tomorrow we'll have the finale of this series, we hope, weather permitting. 1 o'clock, the scheduled start time. We'll let you know if that holds up throughout the day. As soon as we know the start time, I will pass it along to you. But you could plan to be here for a full day here on campus with baseball in the afternoon, then women's basketball later on in the afternoon, and men's basketball at night. We know that the men are going to be in Katy. They're going to be one of the higher seeds. Just depending on what happens tomorrow, see what their schedule is going to look like next week. But plan on being in Katy and cheering on men's basketball. The 0-1 pitch, up and in, and hits Mercadante. So the second hit batter by Addison Russ. That puts 2 runners on with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Designated hitter number 10, William Jackson.
Baseball will be out of town next weekend, leaving Houston for the first time this season, a 3-game series against Kansas in Lawrence. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So now William Jackson, the batter, with 2 on and 2 outs. Jackson's 0 for 2, is flied out both times. Swing and pops up the first pitch. That is drifting out of play just on top of the Huskies' dugout. One run, 2 hits, no errors for LIU. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for HBU. Blackbirds have a pair on here. Curcio at second, Mercadante at first. 0-1 pitch, up and in to even the count on Jackson. Time is called at the plate as Jackson steps out. Russ peers in. Curcio away from second. Mercadante away from first. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Split finger swung on, miss. Throw down to second. They have a runner hung up, and he is thrown out. So Blake Thomas, a heads-up play, picking off Curcio at second to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. HBU 2, LIU 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, 2 peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge.
and let your taste decide.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Husky Field. HBU with a 2-1 lead. Anthony Rupp still on the mound for the Blackbirds. Thrown 72 pitches through 5. He'll face Jake Pulshawn, Blake Thomas, and Kerry Jones due up for the Huskies. So Pulshawn is 0 for 2. Flied out to center his first time up, leading off the 2nd inning. Struck out looking for the 2nd out in the 4th.
Number 40, Jake Pulshawn.
Pulshawn hitting .375 on the year. Got some action in the Blackbirds bullpen as first pitch on the way to Pulshawn misses inside. Jackson Sveti getting loosened up in the bullpen. Freshman right-hander for LIU. 1-0 to Pulshawn. Fly ball into shallow center. Shortstop Arias is there and makes the catch for the first out.
Catcher number 35.
That brings up Blake Thomas. Walked both times he's been up. Blake hitting .318 on the year. Rupp into the windup. First pitch on the way to Thomas. Down low for a ball. That's the 75 pitch mark now for Rupp. (1-0) outside for ball 2. Thomas swinging a fly ball into shallow right. Misiano is coming in. Here, he is going back. Mercadante coming in. Mercadante makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Designated hitter number 38, Kerry Jones.
That'll bring up Kerry Jones with 2 outs and nobody on. Jones 0 for 1, walked his first time up and ripped a pitch from Rupp in the 4th inning, but it was right at Arias, the shortstop. That ended the inning on the lineout. Kerry swinging at the first pitch, fouls it back, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Rupp. A drive into right. Mercadante is there. He will make the catch in a 1-2-3 inning for Rupp here in the 6th. We head to the 7th, HBU 2, LIU 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
We're passionate, delivering expert neurological care for adults and children. We're dedicated, responding to neurotrauma and stroke with Lifelight in our Level 1 Trauma Center. We're persistent, restoring lives at our Tier Rehabilitation and Research Hospital. We are Memorial Hermann. And we're making neuroscience breakthroughs every day.
Are you looking for a totally free checking account? Houston Federal Credit Union has it, and it's packed with free services like mobile banking with person-to-person transfers and mobile bill pay. And Houston Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of HBU athletics. So stop by their office at 6808 Bentliff Drive and experience a better way of banking. Visit HoustonFCU.org for more information. Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Head to the 7th inning here at Husky Field in game one of this doubleheader between HBU and LIU. Be William Jackson to lead it off against Addison Russ. Be followed by Harrison Preschel and Dom Peyote. Jackson was at the plate in the 6th inning when Missiano was picked off of second base. First pitch is up and in. There's that Jackson 0 for 2. Flied out to right in the 2nd inning. Flied out to center in the 4th. Takes that pitch outside, and it's 2-0. Russ with the pitch. Fastball down low and away for a 3-0 count. Russ with the pitch and a fastball right down the middle for strike one. Three 3-1 to Jackson. Called strike two, inside corner at the knees. Payoff pitch on the way. Jackson swings and spoils it to stay alive. Another 3-2. A ground ball to the left side, the right side. And Jack Fitzgerald, second baseman, up with it. Throws over to first for the first out. So Russ comes back and gets Jackson for the first out here in the 7th. Take a look at the Southland Conference scoreboard.
Number 3, Harrison Preschel.
That's the problem with not having lights here at Husky Field is on these Friday games, you're always the first game of the day. No scores to go through just to able to tell you what's going to be going on later on today. There's a chopper to third. Zellweger comes up with it and retires Preschel on the first pitch of his at-bat. Now there's two down here in the 7th.
First baseman, number 5, Dom Peyote.
Brings Dom Peyote to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. 3 o'clock starts this afternoon. Central Arkansas is at Missouri State. Northwestern State is at Kansas. That's where the Huskies will be next weekend in Lawrence. And UT Arlington at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Ball 1 down low to Peyote. Got a lot of 6 o'clock starts tonight. Brown at Nichols. Creighton at Abilene Christian. Stephen F. Austin at Washington State. And that's down and in. 2-0 the count. Alcorn State is at New Orleans. Prairie View A&M at McNeese. Southeastern Louisiana is at South Alabama. 2-0 pitch. Inside corner at the knees for a strike. 6:30 starts. Bradley is at Sam Houston State. Omaha is at Incarnate Word. And UT Arlington in the second game of a doubleheader against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That pitch just misses inside, and it's 3-1 now on Peyote. The lone 7 o'clock start, Lamar, is at UT Rio Grande Valley. 3-1 pitch. Down low, a 2-out walk to Peyote.
Third baseman, number 21, Andrew Turner.
A little bit of action in the Huskies bullpen. Like JT Newton getting loose for HBU. As Andrew Turner comes up for LIU. Turner takes ball 1 outside. Turner led off the 3rd inning with a double. Came around to score on the squeeze bunt by Charles Missiano. Turner flied out to right in the 5th inning, so he's 1 for 2. Runner goes. Pitch on the way is a strike. Throw down to second is not in time as Peyote steals second base. That's his 3rd stolen base to lead the Blackbirds this season. Counts now 1-1 on Turner. The split finger in there, called strike 2. So Turner steps out, down in the count 1-2, 2 outs and a runner at second. We're in the top of the 7th inning here at Husky Field, game 1 of this series opening doubleheader. Russ into the stretch. Now the 1-2. Splitfinger gets away from Thomas. Peyote will move over to third. Wild pitch on Russ. 2-2 the count on Turner. Two-two pitch. Turner just gets a piece of it to foul it back. 80th pitch of the game for Addison. Thrown 51 for strikes. Another 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Addison Russ with a runner at third. And we head to the 7th inning stretch. HBU 2, LIU 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why am I quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Head to the bottom of the 7th inning here at Husky Field. HBU with a 2-1 lead over LIU. B. Jack Fitzgerald to lead it off against Anthony Rupp. Jack is 1 for 2. Get into a double play to end the 2nd inning. Singled to lead off the 5th and came around to score tying run at the time. Spencer Halloran would later score that inning for the go-ahead run. So Rupp's first pitch to Fitzgerald, down and in for a ball. Now 80 pitches for Rupp. That pitch is outside, and it's 2-0. Fastball on the inside corner at the knees to Fitzgerald, called strike one. Now Rupp with the 2-1. Fitzgerald trying to check his swing. Can't hold up, and it's 2-2. Two-two to Fitzgerald. And Jack takes strike three on the outside corner. And you strike out for Rupp. That's his second of the game. Brings up Tyler DePretta Johnson. 1 for 2. Singled in the third inning. Grounded out to second in the fifth. The slider in there for strike one to DePretta Johnson. Tyler hitting .333 on the year. That pitch misses down low to even the count. One from Rupp. Strike at the knees. DePretta Johnson now down the count 1-2. 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the seventh inning. Rupp's pitch grounded to third. Be picked up by Turner. Throw over to first in time for the second out. That brings up Spencer Halloran as we go back to the top of the order for the Huskies. Halloran 3 for 3. Triple in the first inning. Single in the third. RBI single and scored a run in the fifth. Halloran takes a strike on the inside corner. And Spencer now with 11 RBIs and 10 runs scored, putting him up among the leaders in the Southland Conference. But swings at that pitch and comes up empty. Behind in the count 0-2 as Rupp throws his 90th pitch of the game. The 0-2 pitch. Down and in for a ball. And Spencer with his third triple of the season in the first inning. And that's tied for second in the league. The 1-2 from Rupp. Halloran swings and misses. Third strikeout of the game for the LIU right-hander. We head to the 8th inning. HBU 2, LIU 1. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile, Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Number 11, Luis Arias.
Head to the 8th inning here at Husky Field. HBU with a 2-1 lead over LIU. Be Luis Arias to lead it off for the Blackbirds against Addison Russ. He'll be followed by Anthony Capo and Charles Misiano. 8, 9, and 1. Due up for LIU. Strike one from Russ. That fastball fouled back, and Addison ahead in the count, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch misses high for ball one. Russ into the windup and the pitch. Jump towards third. And just foul. Another 1-2 to Arias. Low and outside to even the count. Arias 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to third in the third inning. Flying out to center to end the fifth. There's a 2-2. Misses up high as the count goes full. Payoff pitch to Arias. And that one just misses low as Arias draws a walk. That pitch didn't miss by much, but Arias took it for ball four, and the Blackbirds have a leadoff runner on here in the 8th. Anthony Capo at the plate. Zellweger in on the grass at third. Capo squares the bunt, pulls it back, throw down to first. It's not in time. It's ball one. The 1-0, Capo pops up the bunt attempt. It's right at Addison Russ, and he gets it for the first out.
The second baseman, number 9.
So big out for Russ on his 90th pitch of the game. One out and a runner on at first. And back to the top of the order in Charles Misiano. He's 1 for 2. Grounded out to second in the first inning. Sacrifice bunt drove in the Blackbirds' run in the third. And a single in the 6th. The fastball down low. Thomas with a throw down to first. Arias just gets back. Arias was leaning the other way on that pitch in the dirt. Broke towards second and just got back into first. Dan Ensley warming up in the Huskies bullpen. The 1-0 pitch. Misiano chopper to first. Pulshan over to second for one. The throw back to first is not in time. The Huskies get the lead runner. Misiano reaches on the fielder's choice. So 2 outs, and Misiano now the runner at first. Brings up the center fielder, Joe Curcio. He is 0 for 3. Grounded back to Russ in the first inning. Flied out to center to end the third. Reached on a fielder's choice in the sixth. Throw over to first. Runners back. So LIU with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. HBU 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The runner's a delayed steal, and they throw down to second base is not in time. Ball was high, and it's a stolen base for Misiano, his first of the season. So 1-0 the count on Curcio. 2 outs and now a runner at second. Russ with the pitch. And that one gets past Blake Thomas. Don't know that Blake ever saw that one. And it's 2-0. So now the potential tying run at third. Misiano moves over to third base. 2 outs. So Curcio digs back in. Misiano at third. Now the 2-1 from Russ. And that pitch misses outside for a ball. The 3-0. A called strike on the outside corner. Russ comes set. Now the 3-1 pitch on the way. Misses down low and away for ball 4. So Curcio draws the walk. Runners on the corners for Joe Mercadante. Huskies leading 2-1. Top of the 8th inning here at Husky Field. Going to have a visit out to the mound by head coach Jared Moon, a new pitcher into the game for HBU. We'll come back and tell you all about him. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
A firefighter's duty. Fighting fires, rescuing citizens, performing copious kettlebell exercises demands a daring degree of readiness. A degree of readiness achieved eating fulfillingly flavorful Firehouse subs. With premium carved meats and cheeses steamed to tasty magnificence, then piled onto toasted rolls. Is your footwear connected to your pants? No, it's not. Because you're not a firefighter. But you can be ready like one. Firehouse Subs, the hero of all subs.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to HoustonFCU.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCAA.
New pitcher into the game for HBU. Sophomore right-hander Dan Inslee, 6'5", 225 from Las Vegas, Nevada. Went to Spring Valley High School. Began his career at Hawaii Pacific, redshirted there, before going to Saddleback. Inslee made 2 starts here to begin the season. Started on opening weekend against Fordham, then again against Rhode Island. So for the year, Inslee, no record, 2.13 ERA, came in leading the Huskies in ERA. 11 strikeouts, 3 walks, giving up 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 12 hits in 12 2/3 innings. So Inslee comes in here with runners at first and third, 2 outs, top of the 8th inning, and HBU leading LIU 2-1. So Inslee was the closer at Saddleback last season. And Dan last year in that role, 2-0 with a .90 ERA, had 6 saves, 16 strikeouts and 1 walk in 30 innings last year at Saddleback. So in to try to get the Huskies out of the jam here in the 8th inning. Runners at first and third. Addison Russ exits the game. Batter is Joe Mercadante. Runner goes. Throw down to second. And they've got him caught up. The run scores. And the Huskies get the runner at first, but the run scores to tie the game. Head to the bottom of the 8th inning. HBU 2, LIU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here, and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
National Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
New pitcher into the game for LIU. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, Jackson Svet. Freshman right-hander, 6'1", 180 from Marietta, Georgia. Blessed Trinity High School will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Huskies with Brandon Brents, Austin Zellweger, and Joe Van Martyr. Brandon's 0 for 3 today. Flied out to center in the first inning, grounded back to the pitcher in the third, fouled out down the left field line in the 5th. So here to lead it off in the 8th inning against the new pitcher, Svet. Third baseman Turner in on the grass. First pitch misses outside to Brents. Svet making his 4th appearance. No record, 0.00 ERA. He's given up 2 runs, both of them unearned on 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 6 2/3. Pitch misses down low and inside to Brents, and it's 2-0. And that pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. So LIU's made the most of their 2 hits. Actually scoring without a hit in the last inning. Pitch popped up on the left side. in foul territory. Turner's over there and makes the catch for the first out.
Third baseman number 15.
In the 8th inning,
Zellweger.
was Misiano reaching on a fielder's choice. Stealing second, going to third on a wild pitch, and scoring on a quote-unquote double steal. Ball one misses low to Zellweger. Austin's 2 for 3 today with an RBI. That pitch on the outside corner for a strike. The 1-1 misses inside for ball 2. Two 2-1 pitch, outside for ball 3. So 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for LIU. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for HBU. 3-1 from Svet. Hits the outside edge. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch to Zellweger. Down and away for ball 4, and the Huskies have a runner on here with 1 out in the 8th inning. Brings up Joe Van Marter.
Center fielder number
Joe 0 for 3.
Joe Van Marter.
Flied out to center in the first inning. Flied out to right to lead off the 4th. Fouled out to third to end the 5th. Breaking ball misses high to Van Marter. Svet comes set, now the pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike to even the count. Pitching line on Addison Russ, 7 2/3 innings, 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. Also hit a couple of batters. Throw over to first, pretty close one. Final line on Anthony Rupp, 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks in 7 innings. 1-1 pitch to Van Marter. Called strike. Zellweger leads away from first. Throw over to first. Pretty good move by Svet. Another throw. They're pretty close, but Austin getting back in. One and two the count on Van Marter. 1 out. A runner on the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That one's outside, and the count's even on Joe. Svet with the pitch, and that one's low for a ball, and the count goes full to Van Marter. Svet Pauses, and now the throw over. The 3-2 pitch, a number in the hole to the left side. A throw over to first is in time to get Van Marter. Good turn by Andrew Turner to get the out. Austin Zellweger moves up to second base.
First baseman, number 40, Jake Pulshan.
Now to bring up Jake Pulshan. 2 outs and Zellweger at second. Jake is 0 for 3 today. Flied out to center in the second inning. Struck out in the fourth and popped up to the shortstop in the sixth. First pitch to Pulshan is a slider that breaks back in for a strike. The 0-1 outside for a ball. Svet comes set. Now the 1-1. Taken for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. Down low. Blocked nicely by the catcher, Preschel. Count evens up on Pulshan, 2-2. Zellweger at second. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning, and a 2-2 tie. Pitch to Pulshan, swung on and missed as Svet gets out of the inning. We head to the 9th. HBU 2, LIU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles, joy of fun, joy of Pepsi on your tongue. Greatest taste sensation under the sun.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
Ninth inning at Husky Field. We're here in game 1 of a doubleheader to start off this 3-game series. Dan Inslee on the mound for HBU in relief of Addison Russ. Dan got the final out of the 8th inning, but not before LIU tied up the game on a double steal. And in that situation, you got to worry more about the runner at third than you do about the runner at first. The Huskies couldn't cut down the runner at the plate. Now we're tied up at 2. First pitch is down low to Joe Mercadante. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Blackbirds here in the 9th inning. Mercadante, Jackson, and Preschel. Pitches in there for a strike from Inslee. Dan winds and deals. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Down low to even the count at 2. Game 2 will be coming up 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. 2-2. Chopper back towards the mound. Inslee has it. Underhands it over to Pulshan for the first out.
Designated hitter.
Little check swing.
William Jackson.
Back to Inslee. That brings up William Jackson. 0 for 3 today. Flied out to right in the second inning. Flied out to center in the fourth. Grounded out to second to lead off the seventh. Pitch down and in for ball 1. That pitch misses outside, and it's 2-0. Inslee hits the outer edge. Called strike, and 2-1 to Jackson. The ground ball to the right side. Fitzgerald down on a knee. The throw over to Pulshan. Great play by Fitzgerald for the second out.
Catcher number 3, Harrison.
That brings up Harrison Preschel. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 9th inning of a 2-2 tie. Preschel 0 for 3, flied out to right in the second inning. Struck out to end the fourth. Grounded out to third in the seventh. Takes ball 1 high from Inslee. Now the 1-0 pitch. Also high. A swing and a foul tip into the mid of Blake Thomas for strike 1. Inslee deals, and that pitch fouled back to even the count at 2-2 on Preschel. Two-two pitch, strike on the inside corner. Preschel goes down looking, and we head to the bottom of the ninth. HBU 2, LIU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Russ Renault by visiting HBUHuskies.com.
Is it time to buy your first or next car? Let Houston Federal Credit Union help. Their super low rates and easy payment terms can save you a lot of money. Plus, their fast will put you behind the wheel of your dream car in no time. Stop by their office near campus at 6808 Bentliff Drive or visit them online at houstonfcu.org and let them help you get the very best deal on your new or pre-owned car or truck. Experience a better way of banking at Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU. Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCAA.
At Memorial Hermann, we're many parts working in harmony, performing more brain and spinal surgeries than anyone in Houston, conducting groundbreaking research at our Misher Neuroscience Institute, establishing the region's largest network of certified stroke centers. Some might say this makes for an accomplished performance, but to us, it's all in a day's work. Memorial Hermann. Breakthroughs every day.
Go to the bottom of the ninth here at Husky Field. HBU and LIU tied up at 2. Will be Blake Thomas to lead it off. Be followed by Kerry Jones, then Jack Fitzgerald against Jackson Svet.
Number 35, Blake Thomas.
Svet came in the 9th inning, in the 8th inning. walked a batter and struck out one. So Thomas to lead it off. Blake is 0 for 1, has walked twice, flied out to right field. Svet's first pitch, swung on and missed. Low and away for a ball. Pitch on the way, hits the outside corner. It's Svet ahead in the count now, 1-2. Time called at the plate. Svet just stands there stoic, just has that peering over the mitt. No 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Thomas. Second strikeout of the game for Svet.
Designated hitter number
I bring up Kerry Jones. Kerry's 0 for 2. Walked in the second inning, lined out to short in the fourth, flied out to right in the sixth. Takes a fastball for a strike. The 0-1 from Svet. And misses inside for a ball. One. Low and outside as Jones now ahead in the count. Two on pitch. Outside for ball 3. Svet into the windup and the pitch to Jones. Chopper towards third. Turner up with it. The throw over to first in time for the second out. So that brings up Jack Fitzgerald with 2 outs and nobody on.
Second baseman number 10, Jack Fitzgerald.
Tied up 2-2, bottom of the 9th inning here in the first game of a doubleheader at Husky Field. Fitzgerald 1 for 3 today, grounded into a double play in the second inning. Singled and scored to lead off the 5th. Struck out looking in the 7th. Takes strike 1 here from Svet. Checks his swing. It's ball 1. LIU took the lead with a run in the 3rd inning. Huskies answered with 2 in the 5th. Then the Blackbirds putting a run together in the 8th to tie it. Strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2 to Fitzgerald. Pitch on the way from Svet. Swung on and missed. And we will go to extra innings here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Go to the 10th, HBU 2, LIU 2. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Tenth inning here at Husky Field. HBU and LIU tied up at 2. Don Peyote to lead it off for the Blackbirds. Then Andrew Turner and Luis Arias here against Dan Inslee. Zellweger even with the bag at third, the left-handed batter. Chopper through the right side, and a leadoff base hit for Peyote. Third hit of the game for the Blackbirds.
Third baseman,
That'll bring up Turner.
Andrew Turner.
Turner doubled to lead off the third inning. Scored the first run of the game for LIU. Flied out to right in the fifth. Struck out in the seventh. Pitch on the way, down low for a ball. Turner didn't show bunt on that pitch. Zellweger's in on the grass. Peyote leading away from first. One-0 pitch. Up high for ball 2. Inslee sets. Now the 2-0 pitch. Turner with a swing and a fly ball to left. Halloran's there. Spencer makes the catch for the first out. That brings up the shortstop, Luis Arias.
The shortstop, number 11, Luis Arias.
Arias, 0 for 2. Grounded out to third in the third inning. Flied out to center in the fifth and walked in the eighth. Arias was the one caught stealing on that play that tied the game in the eighth inning when Missiano came home. Got off first base. Missiano broke for home. The Huskies didn't cut down the run at the plate. That ended the inning. The Blackbirds tied the game, and here we are in the 10th, tied up 2-2. Arias the batter, runner at first is Peyote. Leadoff single here in the 10th inning for Peyote. Inslee sets, and now the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. Inslee with the 0-1, runner goes. It's fouled back by Arias. Inslee ahead in the count now, 0-2. Throw over to first. That one was closer. Hensley pauses at the belt. Now the pitch, breaking ball up and in to Arias. Hensley into the stretch. 1-2 pitch to Arias. Swung on and missed. Held on to by Blake Thomas. A strikeout for out number 2 here in the 10th. That brings up Anthony Capo. Excuse me, it's going to be a pinch hitter for the Blackbirds. Be Andrew Smith, sophomore right-handed batter from Wayne, Pennsylvania. Smith, they choppered through the left side and a base hit. Pinch hit single for Smith on the first pitch he sees from Hensley. Moves Peyote up to second base. Back to the top of the order in Charles Missiano.
Second baseman, number 9, Charles Missiano.
Missiano 1 for 3. Grounded out to second in the first inning. Squeeze bunt for an RBI in the third. Singled in the sixth. Reached on a fielder's choice in the eighth and wound up scoring the tying run. Here he is with 2 runners on, 2 out in the top of the 10th inning. Hensley's first pitch is in for a strike. Hensley's pitch dropped into shallow center field, and that's down for a base hit. 1 run is in, and the LIU Blackbirds have taken a 3-2 lead here in the 10th inning. The RBI single by Missiano. Right off the end of the bat. A base hit for Missiano.
Center fielder, number 30, Joe Curcio.
That brings up Curcio, center fielder. Runners on the corners and 2 outs now. Curcio, 0 for 3. Grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning. Flied out to center in the third. Reached on a fielder's choice in the sixth. And walked in the eighth. Curcio, left-handed batter. Blackbirds with a 3-2 lead here in the 10th. Runner goes. Throw down to second. And the Blackbirds with another bluff on a double steal come up with another run. The strike to Curcio. It's now 4-2 LIU. Pitch is fouled off, and it's 0-2. So credit Smith with a steal of home. LIU leading HBU 4-2. Runner goes and a base hit to left. So the Blackbirds equaling their hit total for the game,
Right fielder number 29.
actually surpassing it here in the 10th inning. Blackbirds had 2 hits at the end of 9 and now have 4 in the 10th inning. Pitch misses high from Inslee. It's 1-0. Mercadante at the plate, calls time. The 1-0 from Inslee, fouled back to even the count. Messiano at second, Curcio at first. Inslee into the stretch. LIU has scored a pair of runs here in the top of the 10th inning to take a 4-2 lead. Inslee's 1-1. Misses inside for ball 2. Two-one pitch. Down low for ball 3. Pitch misses down low, and the bases are loaded for the Blackbirds. That brings up William Jackson. 2 outs here in the 10th inning. Home plate umpire Andrew Chestnut out to break up the conference between Blake Thomas and Dan Inslee.
The designated hitter number 10.
Messiano at third, Curcio at second, Mercadante the runner at first. Blackbirds have scored 2 runs. Now lead at 4-2 in the top of the 10th inning here in the first game of the doubleheader. Inslee with the pitch. Slider on the outside corner for a strike. Inslee sets. Jackson with a fly ball out of play on the left side. Inslee now ahead in the count 0-2. Pitch on the way, missing outside for ball 1. One-two to Jackson, up high to even the count. Two-two pitch. outside to run the count full at 3-2. Runners will be on the move on the pitch at full count, 2 outs. The bases loaded. LIU already leading 4-2 in the 10th. Payoff pitch to Jackson. Chopper towards second. Fitzgerald knocks it down. The throw over to first is in time. The Huskies get out of the inning, but not before Blackbirds take a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom half. You're listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Don't mess with Texas. I ain't gonna say it again. No way, not the highway. Better put that trash in a can. Don't mess with Texas. Don't you throw that trash on the road. Don't you disrespect us. Don't mess with Texas. Howdy, everybody. Kevin Fowler here, reminding you to put that trash in a can. Don't mess with Texas, y'all.
Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
But what about you? When you text that really cute guy you met at a party on Friday, and he immediately texts you back, you celebrate with an ice-cold Pepsi. Sounds good, doesn't it?
But why stop there? The refreshing taste of Pepsi is the perfect way to celebrate anything. Like when you and your roommate order a pizza and the delivery guy throws in extra breadsticks no charge. That's worth a Pepsi celebration. Break out the Pepsi.
Bottom of the 10th inning here at Husky Field. HBU trailing now 4-2.
Well, moving to left field is number 30, Joe Castillo. And staying in the game at
Defensive changes for the Blackbirds here in the 10th inning. First of all, the pitcher, now Mike Krieger.
Leading off for the Huskies, the shortstop, number 3, Tyler DePreta Johnson.
Andrew Smith, pinch hit last inning, stays in the game, goes to center field. Moving Joe Curcio to left. It would be Tyler DePreta Johnson to lead it off for the Huskies here in the 10th inning. Tyler 1 for 3. Singled in the 3rd inning. Grounded out in the 5th and then again in the 7th. So Krieger, the new pitcher. Save opportunity for the Blackbirds, and misses outside with a fastball. Be DePreta Johnson, followed by the top of the order, Spencer Halloran and Brandon Brents. The 1-0 pitch on the edge for a strike. And a strike thrown by Krieger. An interesting motion by Krieger, and leans back. Then kind of a herky-jerky back from the side. Not sidearm, but just there's a pop-up on the infield on the right side. Second baseman Misiano has it for the first out.
Left fielder, number 14, Spencer Halloran.
That brings up Spencer Halloran. Spencer 3 for 4, triple in the first inning. Single in the 3rd, RBI single in the 5th, and also scored. And struck out in the 7th. Have a discussion between the home plate umpire and LIU pitching coach. I don't know if there was something that Krieger did. He went to lick the fingers while he was on the mound. Got a warning. Now Krieger's first pitch to Halloran, swung on and missed. Actually called a ball for Krieger going to licking his fingers. There's ball one called, and now a swing and a miss and a strike makes it 1-2. 1-2 pitch outside, now leaving the count at 2-2. That pitch taken outside. A full count now on Halloran. Krieger with a payoff pitch. Ground ball, and that is through the left side. And a base hit for Spencer Halloran. His 4th hit of the game. Going to have a pinch hitter for Brandon Brent. It's going to be senior Zane Otten.
Pitch hitting for the Huskies, number 9, Zane Otten.
Zane 6'3", 185, right-handed batter from Corsicana, went to Corsicana High School and Tyler Junior College. Zane back in action after missing last weekend. Actually, his first at-bat of the season, squared around to bunt, got hit on the thumb, kind of split his thumb open. And apparently that has healed up, and Zane getting an at-bat here. Pinch in at-bat for Brandon Brents. Takes that pitch for a strike from Krieger. Zane's only had one at-bat this season. It was that one where he was hit. Krieger from the stretch now. The 0-1 pitch. Otten fouls it off. So Zane down the count 0-2. 1 out, Spencer Halloran, the runner at first. Krieger sets. Now the 0-2 pitch outside for a ball. Krieger with a 1-2 pitch. Down low to even the count on Otten. Krieger comes set. 2-2 pitch. Inside. And that hit Otten on the shirt. Got up and in, and now a pair of runners on for HBU.
Third baseman, number 15, Austin Zellweger.
The Huskies trailing 4-2, bottom of the 10th inning. Spencer Halloran at second. Now Zane Otten hit by a pitch. He is on at first. Austin Zellweger comes to the plate. A pair of hits today, 2 for 3. Singled in the first inning. Grounded out to third in the third inning. RBI single in the fifth. Then walked in the eighth. Krieger with the first pitch to Zellweger. A called strike on the lower part of the strike zone. It's 0-1. Zellweger takes strike 2. Krieger ahead in the count again, now 0-2. Halloran at second, Otten at first. Krieger comes set. Now the 0-2 to Zellweger. Misses way outside, and a good stop by Preschel. The 1-2 from Krieger. That's just off the edge of the plate, evening up the count on Zellweger. Two-two pitch. Zellweger with a ground ball to first, and the first baseman knocks it down, but he doesn't have a play. It's going to be an error on Peyote to load the bases for the Huskies here in the 10th inning. Zellweger with a hot shot the other way. And Peyote knocked it down but couldn't find it. Now kind of a pinch runner at first for Zellweger as Kendrick Holmes will run. That brings up Joe Van Marter with the bases loaded. I'm going to have a visit out to the mound. So Spencer Halloran at third, Zane Otten at second. Kendrick Holmes now the pinch runner at first with Van Marter at the plate. Huskies trailing 4-2, bottom of the 10th inning and one out. Halloran with his fourth hit of the day. One out single. Otten was hit by a pitch. Pinch hitting for Brandon Brents. Then Zellweger reaches on the error. So the conference on the mound is over. Van Marter today is 0 for 4. Flied out to center in the first inning, flied out to right in the fourth, fouled out to the third baseman in the fifth, grounded out to third in the eighth. It's up here with the bases loaded and one out. Krieger with the pitch, and Van Marter takes a strike on the outside corner. Krieger comes set. Now the pitch. Down low for a ball. One and one the count on Van Marter. Krieger with the pitch, and Joe takes strike 2. Krieger's pitch up high to even the count on Van Marter at 2-2. Bases loaded and one out here in the 10th. Pitch on the way to Van Marter. And that is on the outside corner for strike 3 as Van Marter goes down looking for the second out. Base is still loaded for Jake Pulshon. Pulshon is 0 for 4. Flied out in the second inning, struck out in the 4th, popped up to the shortstop in the 6th, then struck out to end the 8th. First pitch on the way to Jake is a strike. Base is loaded with 2 outs. The Huskies trailing 4-2 in the 10th. Krieger with the pitch. Pulshon with a chopper towards short. That is fielded by Arias. The throw on to first for the out, and that will do it here in game 1. Pulshon grounds out to end the game. LIU takes it by a score of 4-2. Come back and wrap this one up very quickly. And then about 30 minutes from now, we'll have the start of game 2. You've been listening to Huskies Baseball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni. And find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Russ Renault here on the HBU Baseball Postgame Show. Quick wrap-up of this one. LIU takes the opener of this series by a score of 4-2 in 10 innings. The win goes to Jackson Svet, who's 1-0 on the season now. Dan Ensley takes the loss. He's 0-1, and Mike Krieger gets his second save of the year. Offensively for the Huskies, Spencer Halloran 4 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored, and one of those hits was a triple. Austin Zellweger 2 for 4 and an RBI for HBU. Charles Missiano 2 for 4 with 2 driven in and a run scored for LIU. Andrew Turner with a double and a run scored. Anthony Rupp, the starter for LIU, goes 7 innings, 2 runs on 7 hits with 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. Svet went 2 innings, did not allow a run, struck out 3, and Krieger, pitching the 9th inning, got into a jam with the bases loaded, but got out of it. Addison Russ, the starter for HBU, 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 7 2/3. Ensley, 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts and a walk in 2 1/3 innings. We will come back in about 30 minutes for the start of the second game between HBU and LIU. We'll take a break. We will go off the air and then come back about 5 minutes before the start of game 2. You've been listening to HBU Huskies Baseball. Come back in 30 minutes and we'll have game 2 for you right here on the Legacy Sports Network. Thanks a lot, everybody, and see you in about 30 minutes.